Hey everybody, welcome to my channel.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brenda and this is Planty Pants. If this is your first time ever watching my videos, I do all plant videos, all different kinds, repotting, sharing different collections, tour videos, and right now this is my third of four 2024 videos of my home right now and how my plants are looking, and I'm really excited about that. So today I'll be sharing the dining room. There's a lot going on in there. So if you enjoy what you see with my channel, please consider liking and subscribing. That would really help me out a lot going forward. So without further ado, please check out my plants. This is how I have the dining room set up, and these are my dining room plants. So we are going to go through them one by one. All right, first of all, I know that I did a video, hopefully you saw it. If you didn't, where my husband and I put up these oak rods above all the windows on the first floor. And I have also added in the last few months on this side of the house, grow lights on the lower shelf of my cabinet. So first of all, in the middle of the table, I always have something here. And right now I have a beautiful cane begonia that is growing really beautifully, and she really is ready to be potted because the roots are gorgeous. But also over here, I have a beautiful golden pothos. So I just always have that something. Isn't this a beautiful jar? I feel like I got this at like a thrift store for $3 or $4. It's pretty cool. Okay, so here I have a ZZ plant. This was a gift from my daughter's mother-in-law because she got a cat and she couldn't keep it anymore. It's really very big. I have her tied up, as you can see, with a piece of ribbon because she tends to do what this one is doing, and sometimes they will snap and I don't want it to. But she grows really well right here. Doesn't need a ton of sun. That's why I have it right here in this window. This is sort of like the gosh, I don't even know. There's not a lot of sun here. So from this rod, I have, boy, I hope you can see this. A Cebu blue pothos, winding all around. Actually, I just moved her here. She used to be on the other side of the house. And then next to that, I have a Brazil philodendron that is growing right up the pole. Brazil philodendron. Oh, and right here, hiding this little glass vessel with Lechuza Pond is this, oh my gosh, look how great it's growing. Is a silver sword. You see it? I hope you can. And then here is a little syngonium that I just stuck in this little prop vessel. It's just really cute. It's rooting though, so that's good. And then this is a goldfish plant that I freaking love. I just love goldfish plants for obvious reasons. Look at the cute little flowers. I think she's just now starting to flower because she hasn't put out very many, and this kind of is the season for them to flower. So I have those hanging up there. And here in her glory is my beautiful syngonium. I think it's a Silver Bay, not Syngonium, Aglaonema, Silver Bay. She is absolutely loving where she sits right there. She's just starting to put out growth now. She kind of had a quiet winter. And here, it's hard to see what this is. It's really only one stem. It's actually a neon Hedera helix. You can tell that it's neon up here at the newer growth, but this plant is just one stem, as you can see, and she splits almost immediately, and she's growing everywhere. Like here's one of her ends right here. See the gorgeous neon color? Oh my gosh, I love this plant. And the roots are just like, you guys, if you put these anywhere near your wall, they're gonna attach right onto your wall and pull your paint off, your wallpaper, whatever you have on there. it's bad. So anyway, I love this plant. You see, it's. I wish I could have turned it around for you, because all the pieces are pretty much facing, you know, toward the window. So, and then over here I have a beautiful mother-in-law tongues. I can't believe I can't. Sansevieria Whitney. I've just put, actually she started out small and I had to separate the plant, and now she's doing really well right there. And this is a bromeliad, and I just noticed that it's putting out some new growth. And also this is like where she flowers. See if I can get that to focus. Maybe not. Anyway, they're purple flowers, but they don't, it's not like they come out of there like your typical bromeliad. They don't look really beautiful. But that's growing really well. She has really put out a lot of growth. Like when I first got it, I feel like there was only like 2 or 3 pieces, and now she's crazy going everywhere. I should really separate it. I probably will do that soon. And then behind her is a philodendron micin that has a little dead leaf that I'll just pull off. And I have her trailing up the wall, and she's already damaged my wall, like right there. See that little spot right there? And right there. I managed to get it off for the most part, but so they will also, I try to cut the aerial roots. Like just yesterday, I cut a lot of aerial roots off of the Cebu Blue, because they will, before you even know it, they will just grab onto something. So that's what I do. So I really do love this window. It's come a long way. And then down below, I have in the corner, beautiful Aglaonema Siam. Now this is the one, I don't know if you remember, I bought this plant. It was beautiful, and it just started dying instantly as soon as I brought her home. And I managed to cut it all back. This is what was left after I cut it back. But also, it took like months and months and months and months. I will try to find the picture of these. I cut off some pieces and they were in some water, but this is one of the pieces that I planted back in. There were 2 pieces. So it survived, but it's not thriving right now. So that's okay. You know, I'm figuring it out. So these are 2 Thanksgiving cactuses. And this is the second time they're flowering this year. Fuchsia and bright red. They are, these are that I just started a couple of years ago from stems from older woody plants. So you can see there's new growth, and it's flowering for the second time. It had a full blooms, and now it's flowering again. And this is just a golden pothos that I've had for quite a while, but I noticed that the stems are just crazy thick. It's supposed to be it's just a regular golden. So, okay. Now this thing I bought for 40 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. My plan is pretty darn quick to start my vegetable seedlings in here and perennial seedlings, but the jury's still out on what I'm going to be growing, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Here I have that Janet Craig Dracaena that I've had for quite a few years. I did a video that, let me get rid of these leaves that don't look that good. This was 2 pieces coming from one stem that I finally cut the 2 pieces off. So, and I put them in here. She's growing fine. She's been here for quite a while now, but some of her leaves are dry. Try to have more humidity, but this is my Cetananthe. I think that's how you say it. Gray Star. This is the one that I got in Virginia, I think. Yes, I did. And the leaves, I'm so happy with how this plant is growing. The leaves are really, really big, and it's really quite pretty. And I have had to cut out, some pieces. I have her in a pretty airy mix, so I'm not really sure, because I had another one of these, a little tiny one, like more of a dwarf variety, and I absolutely killed it. So I killed it, I think, with water. So I'm being careful with this one. So anyway, All right, so I do want to show you this fancy light that I just got recently. I can't believe it. I actually got like 40% off from, I think it was Firefly in the Room when she was, which if you don't watch her videos, you should. She's adorable. I love watching her videos. So honestly, I just got these recently. I feel like they were only like 25 bucks. So they were 40% off, so I'm pretty excited. So anyway, so here I'll go start with the hanging. I have, this is a mixture of a Hoya Crimson Queen and a Hoya, like obviously that's a Crimson Queen, or a Hoya, and I mean a Hoya Carnosa, I think, because I think there's just Carnosa in here, but I'm not sure. It might just be Queen. But I do have, I've seen a few peduncles that are starting to come out, but we have lots of new growth. All of my Hoyas are growing like, oh, there we go. We have a little flower coming there. I hope you can see it. I can't even see it if I have it. Yeah. So I'm on peduncle. I'm on peduncle alert now, looking for flowers. But I literally just recently pruned all of my large woody Hoyas. You can see how old and established this Hoya is. But anyway, so this is my Peperomia Red Twist. I really don't typically succeed with Peperomia, but this is, I'm really loving this window. It's a lot of sun, but it's not full sun. So it's on the other side of the house. It's like the northwest side of the house. But I really love, these are so pretty in the evening because I don't know how well you can see, but the back of the leaves are this really striking red color. So pretty. And then here is my Syngonium Lenocardi Road. I really struggle with her ever since I got her. Honestly, you guys, sometimes I'm really good with Syngoniums and other times I am not at all. So I'm not sure what the deal is with this Syngonium, but I've cut it, I've propagated it, and I just don't think that she's all that beautiful. You know, she has a typical Syngonium shaped leaf. The thing I love about it is the color of the back, which is the beautiful burgundy color, but she just, let me see what we're doing here. She just doesn't, well, I guess we have some new growth, but I don't know, guys. I'm not loving it. I'm not sure about it. And this, oh my land, you guys, I love this plant so much. I just separated that. There was another succulent in this. This is called a wax, it's a Senecio wax ivy. Now, I just repotted it, and I think I'm going to have to repot it again because I think that it needs more water, because you can see there's water in the bottom of the little tray here, but these leaves feel depleted. So I'm going to have to do something about that today, because I literally just repotted that like a week and a half ago, and I'm just noticing how it's doing. So here we have a beautiful Scindapsus. This is actually, I believe it is. This is a Scindapsus exotica. And what I'm amazed with this plant is, look how enormous that leaf is. What the heck? How big is that? Isn't it beautiful? And there's a lot of big ones, like, look up here. Look right here. This one's enormous. What the heck? It's so beautiful. Oh, this is the rest of that wax ivy. Look how it climbs over. This is the wax ivy. It trails and trails, and I broke a piece off. Probably tell where I broke it off. Right there, I broke it off, and it's propagating in water, I hope. So anyways, here's my Scindapsus exotica. Very happy where she is. I'm letting her trail. I love this plant. Okay. Here, of course, is one of my absolute favorites, my lipstick plant. It's just finishing flowering. I keep picking up dead flowers on the floor. But here's one of the flowers that's still there. So stinking cute. And they're so adorable when they first start coming out, because that's why it's called a lipstick plant. It just pops out, looks just like a lipstick, but then comes out to this beautiful red flower. Yeah. She's happy right there. Lots of new growth, like once again. Yeah. All right. So now we'll go down here. This is an Aglaonema Maria Beauty. But to me, you guys, first of all, she's not doing that great. I cut it off and I'm trying to root the pieces because it was getting really etiolated and kind of ugly looking. But you see it's still growing, but it just looks like a regular Chinese evergreen to me. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not in love with this plant. It's okay, I guess. I don't feel like it's growing all that well. But anyway, that's that. I'm not sure how much longer she's gonna live here. And behind here, hiding, let me get these leaves out of the way because you have to see this gorgeous plant. And I have to tell you the whole thing. Oops, sorry. All right. This is my Peperomia obtusifolia variegata. Just a variegated peperonia, right? First of all, look at these leaves. Oh my gosh, that's why I ordered this plant. But pretty soon, it got really etiolated, so I cut it off. You see that I cut 1, 2, 3 pieces. Put them in water with Super Thrive. Anyways, I love this plant. Let me see if I can turn it around, if it'd be prettier if I turn it around for you. Oh yeah, check that out. Isn't she lovely? Anyway, so I put the props in water, you guys. Put the pieces in water. Ooh, what do we have going on here? What the? Uh-oh. I'm gonna pull that leaf and go look at it under a microscope. Pretty quick. Okay. Anyway, so I put the pieces in water, and slowly but surely, each piece rotted. So you can't propagate. I couldn't anyways. I can't propagate these with me. And then I want to show you this plant right here is something that I just found. I want to put it right here so you can see how beautiful it is. Okay, this is called, you guys, look at this freaking plant. It is called, I'm sorry, I put my hand in your face. Schismatogolitis willichii. Now, I don't really know what it's related to, but it almost feels like sort of like syngonium leaves, but when I got this, the leaves were not nearly that big. Look how big the leaves are. Isn't that pretty? What the heck? And look at the new leaves. Look at all the new growth. Look at these new leaves. How stinking cute are those? Anyways, this was a cheap plant and I loved it. So, look, I already have stuff. Yeah, that's my life. All right, let me put this back in here. Anyways, this is in the same pot that it came in, you guys, and it feels like just pure peat. But she lives right here, and I just keep turning her around, and what she continues to do lately, I don't know if you can tell, I'll see if I can find, is she keeps putting out inflorescences, flowers. And I don't want her to do that. I want her just to put out leaves. Yeah. So then here we have, I think it's like almost, no, I guess this one really is just a Chinese evergreen. But look how pretty it is. It's growing. Look how tall it is. Looks really nice right there. And then down here we have an adorable little peperomia. Oh, I guess I have more peps than I knew. Now, see this awesome planter? I don't know if you guys are aware, but Michael's, you know, like the craft store, my gosh, I went crazy. They have the most awesome pots for really cheap, you guys. Just go on michaels.com and put in clearance plant pots. Unbelievable. All right, so down here is my one and only Enjoy Pothos, and I eventually am going to be propagating her because this is all I have, this one piece, and she's grown so stinking slowly, y'all. So, but that's going to end up being one pot of Enjoy Pothos. And then here is a beautiful cane begonia. These are like the ones I have at work. I don't know if you saw my work video. I just love this plant. It's so easy to grow. It looks so gorgeous. Clearly, I just turned it around so all the leaves are looking at you and smiling. But what I was going to say was, it's only 2 pieces. but it just keeps branching off. I had cut it back and it's branching off. See, I cut it back right there and it's just branching off everywhere. So this is beautiful begonia. I used to have a lot of begonias, but honestly they're kind of temperamental, and I haven't really been getting into them recently. This is my Anthurium Big Red Bird. I'm pretty excited about this plant. I thought I had lost it at one point, but I didn't, and it's putting out a new leaf right now, which is right there. Super gorgeous leaf. Super gorgeous leaf. Oh my gosh, look at that. And what I'm excited about is that if you look right here, so this, for lack of a better word, it's not a petiole. It's like kind of sort of, not a petiole, but not a sheath, but kind of like a sheath. I have something else coming out, something growing right here. And I think I don't know, but it might be a leaf, which really made me sad, but maybe not, because 2 leaves at once is pretty cool, but I was hoping maybe it would flower. I can't even find a picture of a flower for this plant. But the leaves are really, really kind of cool. So back here is my begonia Brazilian lady, and I cut her all the way back. And I'll show you when I get to the sunroom, you know, what it looked like before I cut it, and the pieces, how they're growing now. They're pretty much ready to plant. So here is my orchid. I just brought it home from work. I brought it home to work. I brought it to work when it was flowering, which clearly it stopped. But I'm not going to cut this unless it dies, because I read somewhere that sometimes those stems will just live, and so they don't look dead, just leave them. So I'm leaving it. But I have beautiful purple flowers, a bunch of them at work. And then back here I have a gorgeous top. Look at this. I have it in this jar because of balance, because it has a bigger flat. Look, it's a silver sword. How beautiful is that piece? And it only had a couple of, it was at the top, it only had a couple of aerial roots. You know, people are always like, you know, aerial roots won't go into real roots. Yeah, they will. Sometimes they will. Keep an eye on it. So, that's going to be gorgeous. Silver sword philodendron. The other one is in the piece that I took this off with. Look how fat that stem is. I mean, my gosh, super healthy. Okay, so there we have those. Down here, a little mess, is my, sorry you guys, I'm spacing it, but this plant started putting out, first of all, it's still in a really small pot, but it's growing. It needs to be repotted, obviously. It was putting out white leaves, so I cut them off. That one was white. That one was white. I feel like I cut off 3. Maybe not, though. So now look. It looks like I have another white one coming out of here. So if it's white, it's going to get chopped. I don't know what's going to happen with this plant. Birkin. It's philodendron Birkin. So, I don't know. This is my Pothos Jaccinia. Super beautiful. Look at this. Look at the leaves on this Jaccinia. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous plant. Look. So I have already cut a piece off and propagated a lot of this, and she's still growing. But the props didn't do that well, you guys. I don't know why, but like, see how light the leaves are at the end? They're almost like yellow. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. So I want to cut it off and make a new plant, but I'll show you the ones that I'm propagating in the other room. They really don't look that great. So this is another new plant that I have. I have quite a few new plants, you guys, and I've sold quite a few plants, a lot. I think I'm going to get rid of that leaf because it's damaged anyway. This is a Primalina Destiny, and I got it when it was super small, like even smaller than that middle part. But so it's grown a lot, and I have it in an African violet pot. And it loves it. It wants to be moist, and just like this Primalina. Well, I'll do the yeah, just like this Primalina. Not sure which one it is. It only says Primalina. This was a gift, and it's busting out of its pot, you guys, and it's been flowering non-stop, and I kept picking the flowers and picking the flowers. There's one left right there, but it has all of these plants in there, and I have to separate them, so it's going to be a tough job, but I really need to do it. And then this gorgeous African violet, my gosh, you guys. This plant I thought, oops, Brenda, take it easy, cheesy. This plant I bought, this plant was growing fine, and again, I have both of these in African violet pots. It was growing fine, but then, like, I'm sure it's happened to you before because I've grown violets for years, and it's happened to me numerous times where the stem, as the plant grows, the stem starts to like curl and lay down on top of the soil. So that's what happened to this one, and it just totally went really bad. So I took what was left of the good part, which was only like this much of the plant, and I propagated in water, and then I planted it, and look how enormous this plant is. Do you see how big it is? And I almost lost it. That was like, I don't know, a year ago maybe? And there's flowering all over the place. I've already cut off so many of those flowers. All right, so here is one of the Jacinias that I propagated. And the reason why it's in such a huge pot, y'all, is because there were 3 pieces in here. And this is the only one that took. See how beautiful these colors are? Oh my land. I guess you know what? These are the only props. This is the only one that made it. The other 2 did not make it. And I had rooted them and then planted them in this pot. So, but this one looks great. I'm definitely going to have to repot it in something smaller. And here are 2 more of my Thanksgiving cactuses that are, this one's flowering again. This one is peach. Pretty, pretty. Love them. And again, these are ones that I started from just little pieces. From another plant. So I didn't even know what color they were. This one right here was bright red, and it threw out tons of flowers. This one is not flowering again. And right here is a gorgeous, I don't know the exact name, but it is a hybrid of an aloe vera plant, and it's blue. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a beautiful blue color. I'll have to get the real name and put it there for you because it's gorgeous. I love this plant. All right, so I think I mentioned to you earlier about Michael's. I did just a little bit ago, but I also love to use, and you'll see through my collection, older vintage pots that I find, or little pitchers, or other types of vessels to put plants in. So I'm guilty of doing that, but this is a beautiful snake plant. I think it's a Laurentii. Right there in the corner. Pretty plant. I have her on a stool that I got in an antique shop. My daughter and I go antiquing a lot. And then over here on this cute little stand is another Sansevieria. It's a little bit rough, super, super, super old. And it's living in water and rocks. So this is my dining room. Now I have a couple of dead leaves on the table, but this is my dining room. All right, well, there you go. Those are the plants that are in my dining room right now. I wish I could spend more time in my dining room, to be perfectly honest. Now that the kids are grown and really we don't have a lot of together meals, I don't use the dining room very much, so I don't get to spend a lot of time with my plants in the dining room. If you can understand, give me a thumbs up. Anyways, thank you so much for staying to the end if you made it this far, and thank you for watching. In the meantime, actually, I'm going to be doing a video next week with my last one, which is going to be all of the kitchen and the plants upstairs. Then I'll start doing some other videos. I'm very excited. I'm very excited where my channel's headed right now. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much for taking the time. And please consider subscribing to my channel. That is the way that you can help me out tremendously. And until the next time I see you, take care of yourself, take care of the people that you love, and God bless you.